Can't avoid the 32 this time.
Game
And he finds
the
it.
third leg.
So maybe he can get them both
Belmont.
in order if he needs them. Double top. That is the first hole to throw in the match.
Stefan Belmont.
He looks too good for Merks at this point. Let off for Merks, who now has double
Game
three.
on the fifth leg.
You can't help but laugh at that. In a flash, he gets a double-double finish that you don't see very often. Some others as well. Bullseye. And we are going all the way. All of a sudden. What a superb game this has been. And Alexander has been surviving. But when he's given his chance, he gets another visit.
He's back for more. And he's won the match. Sebastian Beaumont started it in staggering fashion, but somehow Alexander Merks has turned it around, reeling off the last 3 legs after surviving a couple of match darts. And the Dutchman, with an 86 average, hitting half of his doubles, including that fabulous bullseye finish of the 1-2-1, wins the opening match 4-3. What a start. Follow that, Paul Hogan and Stefan Belmont coming next.
You can't underestimate this guy. He's got quality. Still 2-8 with his opponent not on a finish.
Game on the fourth leg.
And that's a nice 15 darter.
24.
So then double 12 to get the job done. Hit it once already in this match, and he hits it to win this match.
Stefan
Paul Hogan may hurt a little bit after that one. He could have easily been 3-0 up in the game. Instead, he loses it by 4 legs to 2. Belmont just clinical on his finishing. A couple of double 12s, one to win the match, one for that 84 checkout, and the Swiss player makes a strong start. Coming next, Alexander Merks returns. He takes on Owen Bates.
Supposed to be hard. He's had plenty of experience and exposure to it this year.
171.
Is there anything he can't do? We're about to find out. He's played 14 matches on the Pro Tour this year as an alternate. He's won 3 of them. Beat Labanauskas, Ted Evans, Andrew Gilding, UK Open champion.
Bullseye. Bullseye. Double 16. Oh, how close was that?
Your route looks like 19s because that could leave 32, which he does. And he takes it for 3-0.
Owen Bates.
Very, very good.
2.
He played the percentages.
Game shot
and then
the
Bates did the biz. A 4-0 victory over Alexander Merks. That is the perfect start for the Master, who has demolished Merks. He won his first match of the night, but he ran into a rampant Owen Bates, whose 108 checkout helped him to a whitewash win. Sebastian Beaumont and Paul Hogan will be on stage after this.
Freedom at the minute to play here on the WDF circuit. There's a lot of domestic stuff in Poland as well, which he really enjoys. But ultimately, his ambition is to be a top pro.
Some funny stuff going on here because Paul Hogan hit 60 to leave 168, which is very bad maths. And then Sebastian Beaumont just fancied filling up the treble 20 bed to leave 21.
So what's he going to do? 1 for double 10? Maybe this is why. He had a score to settle on double 10. Consider it settled.
40.
But he keeps hitting double 10. Can he hit tops?
He
does. And it's a top performance from Sebastian Beaumont to leave Hogan without a win from 2 matches. And Bolt gets off the mark for the night. A 4-1 success. 4 out of 11 on the doubles. A couple of maximums in there as well. And he is looking very, very promising for a place at finals night. Beaumont beats Paul Hogan 4-1. Coming up after the break, Stefan Belmont takes on Owen Bates.
Can actually do it.
Well, Belmont might pick his pocket here. He opts for tops.
Game shot
and he completes it as well. What a checkout that is. Owen Bates can only respect that. A 15-dart hold. Check the score. Still persevering on the double. Still persevering. Can't find it. Goes back to what I said earlier. 170. Look, it's unorthodox to go for treble 16 on 80, but that would maybe have been his preference had Bellmont not been on a finish.
The second leg. Stefan Belmont.
Maybe he could have gone that route and finds himself in trouble here. Another for double 12.
114.
At the moment, Master Bates just can't finish off.
Double 16.
It's
3-0.
Stefan
Bates has had 9 darts at a double, hasn't hit any of them. Belmont's hit 3 from 4. I thought he was going to hit that. Bates misses again. Unlucky for some, 13 darts missed at double. And Belmont gets a chance for a bagel.
And he does indeed
Stefan
complete
Belmont.
A 4-0 win. Owen Bates himself won by that scoreline in his opener tonight, but that has been cancelled out effectively, and it is Stefan Belmont who is the only player to have played to 1-2 in this group. Look at that. None out of 13 for Owen Bates. Stefan Belmont, 4 out of 6. That tells the story, and the rest of the story will be played with Alexander Merks taking on Paul Hogan next.
Or coerce Alexander into doing something different, but it would be very much against what is natural to him.
Hogan didn't want to do anything different with his last start there and didn't. He matched the previous 2.
Double top.
Game shot the third leg.
Superb.
You have to just look at Paul Hogan's face because that kind of thing has been happening to him all night.
84.
Someone plays well against you, it's because they think you're a danger.
Game shot the
no danger that Merks is going to lose this game the way he's playing. His average is climbing.
Alexander
He'll get 3 more minimum.
32.
Wasn't a bad miss for Paul Hogan, but it may not matter, and it does not matter because Alexander Merks has produced a high-quality display there, an average in the end of 98.92, but the finishing is what won it. 4 out of 7, that's 57%, including a fabulous 1-1-4 checkout, and Alexander Merks has got his second win of the night with a 4-1 success over Paul Hogan. And coming up after the break, it'll be Sebastian Białecki against the so far undefeated Stefan Belmont. Well, 10, so it hasn't been a problem. But he might not get a go at that double. It's 2 at 18s for the Swiss star. Double 9. He finds it. Białecki was almost home and hosed, but Belmont has reeled him in. Białecki would be hoisted by his own petard.
That is a horrible marker. Has to go to the right-hand side.
Yeah, saw the slight shuffle, and it's worked out, hasn't it? Moved across, knew exactly how much to adjust. And Stefan Belmont, you can see what he's thinking now. He's thinking that he might be playing in finals night because he's gone 3 from 3, and in doing so has kept a 4-point gap between himself and Sebastian Białecki, and the players chasing those top spots in this group. That is a big, big win for Bellmont, who is looking still for a clean sweep tonight. Coming next, the man who hasn't won, Paul Hogan, faces Owen Bates.
A violent pull to the left-hand side. But 144 might turn into 0. And he makes it disappear. What a wonderful shot that was from Owen. Superb. No way should he have won that 4-0.
Well, Paul Nicholson just dangled out an idea during this match about an under-25 week, and Henry Deacon must be a little bit bored on the balcony or just enthusiastic. He's actually come up with a week for you, Paul. Luke Littler, Owen Bates,
94.
Nathan Gervin, Jared Cole, Sebastian Białecki, Cam Crabtree, then Bradley Roos, Lewis Gurney, Reece Colley, Keelan Kay, Jack Vincent, and Moreno Blonde.
180.
I challenge our viewers to better what I've just read out from Henry. At MSS Darts on Twitter,
100.
Get in touch. Top 12 players under the age of 25. Unfortunately, Paul, you're ruled out, mate.
I reckon Henry's just been trolling the dot connect system.
171.
What a performance from Bates. This is just an insight into what is possible with this kid.
He's definitely in, isn't he? Look at this. This is for a 10-dart leg.
Oh, and he requires 16.
In Henry's words, is he in? He might be in for 2 more points.
Won't be 10. Won't be 11.
No score.
Won't be 12, and it might not yet be a leg he wins.
Doesn't go 18s this time. Tries a different method.
76.
And fails.
Only requires
one
16.
of those nights for Paul Hogan, and it might be about to come to an end because Owen Bates has produced yet another dazzling darting display. Watch out for this kid because he could be something special. Paul Hogan will be thinking that right now. What could he have done? Bates with an average of 95.57. The game really turned when he took out that stunning 144, and Paul Hogan heads home without any points on the board. Bates will be back in the final match of the night, but before that, Stefan Belmont, unbeaten, takes on Alexander Merks here and get a go at the bull. That treble now has to be treble 18, and he has found it. Bully for belly.
Game shot in the first leg. Stefan Beaumont.
The ultimate opportunist. 19th game of the week, and it might be his best of the lot. Belly's going to get you.
The match.
And he's got the lot.
Stefan Belmont.
8 points from 8. You're going to have to wipe that smile off his face, but it's not going to disappear for at least 20 hours. A really good performance. 124 on the bull. His best effort on the finishing. Overall, it was excellent as well. His highest winning average of the week, just at the right time. Good night, Stefan. We'll see you on Friday night. But we do have one more game left to go. It is Białecki and Bates to finish us up after this. Gill and the nighttime sessions. Double 10.
Done this a couple of times. Step back, reset, refocus.
Game show on the first
and
leg. Owen Bates.
Produce the goods. 1-0 Bates.
Oh, that's superb.
Game
so
show
is
on the
that.
third leg. Sebastian
This is
Białecki.
exactly what he needs.
Looks like Owen Bates is taking some kind of grip of this game. Białecki seems to do it, but this could turn the tide.
Game
what a shot.
leg.
And that's
Owen
the second
Bates.
time tonight he's had a finish like that. A 144 tungsten tide turner earlier in the evening, and now a stunning 148. But now he's relying on Owen Bates missing. Yeah, choosing tops again there. Interesting after he went for double 16 earlier in the match. And it is tops for Owen Bates. What a moment this could be. He knows it. And so does the man behind him.
77. Sebastian, you record.
That is high
40.
and not handsome. And Białecki gets 3 at the same target. He's already missed 1.
Game
but he gets there in the end. And
Sebastian
that makes
Białecki.
this group very, very interesting going in to Friday night's action. Sebastian Białecki does get his second win of the evening. Probably, you have to say, he deserved that points tally of 4 as well. He and Bates and Alexander Merks have that after that 4-3 success, a 93 average, 50% on the doubles, and a decent display, though he did survive that match start. Right, Henry Deacon is alongside Paul Nicholson.
Chris, thank you very much. Paul Nicholson, as you can see, is with me up here on the balcony to assess what we have seen this evening. We'll begin by talking about Stefan Belmont, because we said up here before the show began that there's a possibility that he could kick on from Wednesday. Well, he did more than just that tonight.
He did kick on, but he was given too many chances to do so. If people were more ruthless against him, then there's no way he walks away with 100% tonight. But fair play, he's worked really hard. He has got himself 1 foot in the finals, but he's still got more work to do.
He most certainly has. And we have a look at some of his clutch finishing at big times. So you can see here, this is 2-0 down to Sebastian Białecki. Draws at 66. Now, if that double 9 doesn't go, he's probably, well, he's going 3-0 down most likely. And then again, this 1-2-4 against Alexander Merks.
Yeah, he's been living on a knife edge most of the night, but you've got to give him credit. He's been stopping people from getting their shots, their second shots and third shots, because he's been hitting shots like that 1-2-4. And if he's not feeling fortunate tonight, then I don't think he's going to feel fortunate at all this week.
Because if we have a look at the table, yes, Stefan Belmont is top of the pile, but look elsewhere, that has fallen very nicely for the Swiss player, because that is a bit of a melee in mid-table.
I think it has, because if you've got that 4-point cushion overnight, there's one of two things. You're going to think, I'm in a very secure position, but you've got to be careful. You can't afford to take your foot off the gas. But having a 4-point cushion after day one in Group B, that's rare. It doesn't happen very often. You've got to take full advantage of it.
But more than that, having a look at the legs difference bracket, he's 9 in front of the next best player.
Yeah, that works. It really does. I think everything has gone his way, and everything's gone the way of the Swiss today as well. Superb for Younghans, superb for Bellmont, and they've both got a great chance of making Saturday night. But how will Bates feel with the number 2 spot? He did have a chance of taking us to a very different scenario. I think Sebastian right now is probably feeling quite fortunate.
So Owen Bates missed that dart tops on the 117, and when he hit the 148, it looked like a game-changing moment that was just swaying things in his direction.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline was pumping in that shot as well. He really enjoyed it, especially when Sebastian was hitting a maximum to leave his small number. But ultimately, the great nature that Sebastian's been showing us all week, that patience and that poise, and sometimes flip-flopping between plan A and plan B when it comes to the doubles, it got him over the line against a very dangerous opponent, and that 2 points might be crucial.
As for Paul Hogan, no points from his opening night, but actually if you break down some of the performances he put in this evening, there was some really good stuff. There was a 95, one of those defeats as well.
Not too bad, but not good enough. Unfortunately, he was punished for all of his misses, and it just goes to show the strength of Group B when someone of his experience and skill is walking away with 0.
Most certainly. And just quickly, Alexander Merks, we spoke about him a little bit on the balcony at the midway point. He's just got this, it looks like this streamlined, should I say, consistency about him.
Very up and down, very exciting to watch, but a typically Dutch player in the fact that he's quick and slightly unpredictable. He can do the brilliant, but some of the in-between stuff needs a bit of work. But I think Merks has still got a superb chance of qualifying. I wouldn't be shocked to see him maybe even get towards the top.
We've got 2 well-poised groups coming up, haven't we?
It's going to be a great Friday. I'm really intrigued to see who comes through Group C, because that's on a knife edge itself. But as far as this one is concerned, we're probably looking at 3 people from 4 now.
Well, it has been quite the day here at the Super Series. I think it's time for a little bit of shut-eye before we go again.
Why not?
Why not, indeed? Well, hopefully you can join us. We're going to kick off the action at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on the Motor Super Series YouTube channel. I might not be if I keep stumbling on this way. And then we're going to be joining our friends at Sporty Stuff TV from 3 o'clock before the action resumes in Group B from 10 p.m. this evening. Well, as far as Stefan Belmont's night is concerned, it was absolutely perfect. The rest of the field have got an uphill battle to try and catch him. Bye-bye.